So we're going to talk through front squat and the rack position here. Dan had a bit of trouble with his rack position earlier on, so we give him a hand with it, and we're just going to talk through that process. So usually what we do with people to start off with is get them to do a Frankenstein. So Frankenstein is literally just out here like this, carrying the bar on the shoulders, pick them up, walk them back, and then you do your front squat. Okay, so this is our rack position that we're talking about. Now, in order to get a good rack position, we need a couple of things. We need good thoracic mobility, or we need to create a nice shelf here. So when Dan was doing his front squat, he really elevated his shoulders like this, carried the bar really high in the shoulders, and then had the wrists here. All right, and what ended up happening was a lot of the load was going through the wrist. So if I really elevate my shoulders here like this, and have the elbows down, a lot of the weight is going through my wrist, and this is fine when it's only the bar, but when this gets heavier, it's going to be really uncomfortable. So what we've got to do is we've actually got to get those shoulders as far back as we can and get the throat or the neck out of the way to create this shelf to be able to carry the bar across here. So rather than being here like this, we want to be here, because then we can get our arms up a lot higher. So again, rather than being here, we want to be here, and we can get our arms up a lot higher. So that should look like more so like this, in comparison to shoulders forward and then a lot more of the weight going through the wrist. So big difference between being here and being here. Not only is it more comfortable, but also the bar is back a little bit further, and the further back you can get the bar, the better it's going to be. So a few things you need in order to get there though is you need to be able to get the throat out of the way, so neck back, so you need good thoracic mobility. We've talked about that before, doing T-spine wall slides. You also need good external rotation of the shoulder. We've talked about that before as well. So again, start off with the Frankenstein. We should have 4 points of contact. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe your throat as well. Okay, usually you will press against your throat, but it's not carrying through there. It's carrying through mainly the shoulders. And it's above the shoulder. So here's the belly of the shoulder. We want to try and get the bar above that. So when you get set up here, that's where you want it. Here's the belly of the muscle. The bar is just above that, touching the collarbones on either side, and there's a good front squat position. Okay, it will be touching the throat, but it shouldn't be uncomfortable.